The chef is coming.
The chef. We have the chef here. We're going to invite the chef here right now. Probably the best chef I've ever met, my daughter, Brenna.
Chef B is in the house. What up?
So we may even actually put a clip in. Actually, we are going to put a little clip when she was a little kid with her sister, and they had a little cooking show you can find on YouTube. We'll give you a link to that. But she wants to start her own YouTube cooking show. So this is the Chef Brenna, and yep, she's going to show us how to make a turkey wreath.
Yes.
So where do we start?
We start with the crescent rolls.
Okay.
Sweet.
Want me to open one too?
Sure.
All right, here we go.
You want to open it?
Sure. Yes, ma'am.
Oh, you're just gonna put everything to us. That's how a real chef works, right?
Pretty much. And then what do we do with this?
I'll take that. Or you can.
So we peel that up, and off you go. You're gonna show us what we're doing here. All right. So now what are we doing here?
We are separating the crescent rolls apart.
Okay. So they are like triangles. It looks like.
Yes.
Or they were triangles when they started. Okay. Boy, that's a lot. Is that we're gonna fill up this whole thing with that?
There's another one too.
Yes. And you're gonna make a wreath out of this, right?
Yes.
And how do we do that?
Well, I think we have to separate these first. I think that's what we're looking for. Is help.
Oh, okay. Hang on. Stand by. So what do we got going on now?
So you're going to take some of your crescent rolls
Okay.
and you're going to place them around the tray like this.
Oh, sweet.
All right, and I think we fill in the middle too, right?
No, you do it on the outside.
Ah,
okay.
So do we want us to roll them up or anything?
No.
Okay. All right. I'll come back. All right.
We're gonna move it out of the way so we can mix all the ingredients for the inside.
Yep. All right. What's the next ingredient?
So you're going to add your mayonnaise.
Okay.
So that's about a half a cup
Of mayonnaise.
of mayonnaise.
Cool.
You know, we
Can I
have
just
the recipe here. We might as well talk about it while we do it.
Then you're going to add your mustard. Which
It's honey Dijon mustard, and that is 2 tablespoons worth.
Cool. Can I take that for you?
Yes.
Thank you.
Next, we have a half of a teaspoon of coarsely ground black pepper.
Oh, yes. Pepper.
Then you're gonna add up 2 cups of chopped turkey. We kind of cut and broke them up a little bit. We want a little thicker pieces for ours.
Thank you.
Next, we're going in with the celery that she sliced a little bit earlier, and that's gonna be a half a cup. Again, the recipe is gonna be in the comments below and also in our video. We're into parsley. So parsley is just snipped, broken up in there, snipped. So there you go there with our parsley. And then now we're into the dried cranberries, a half a cup of dried cranberries.
Oh, yes.
And 4 ounces of Swiss cheese shredded. Our last little thing here is going to be a 1/4 cup of chopped walnuts. And then we just start mixing away, don't we?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we've mixed this, and now what are we going to do now that it's all mixed?
Once it's done mixing, it would look like this. And then you're going to grab everything from inside, and you're going to add it to the middle. Or to the crescent.
To the croissants. All right.
Use it all. Use it all. We always believe just use it all.
So once you're done filling in like this onto the sides, you're going to fold it up like this, and then fold it like that.
I got a little bit of it. It's good.
Okay.
I like it.
So once you're done, you want to make sure you have a nice circle to make it look like a wreath.
There you go. There's your wreath before we cook it. But we have to do something before we put it in the oven. One more thing. We have to put a a little bit of a separated egg on there. So that separated egg is going to get a little bit more of that golden brown on the wreath. So we'll go ahead and do that.
So you're gonna grab one of these cooking brushes and then some egg whites.
And again, it's just the egg white, she said. So we've separated the egg. You don't want the yolk, you just want the egg white for it.
And what does that do again?
It's going to make it a little bit more that golden brown.
Oh, cool. So a little crispy.
A little crispy. Exactly.
Oh, yeah. I like my wreaths crispy, to be quite honest.
You
so
do,
here we
don't you?
go. Yes, I do.
So we're gonna place it in the oven at 375.
Not a girl. What up, Placer? How are we all doing today? Robert, did you know that we have a resident travel agent?
I sure do now.
Isn't that awesome? If you guys don't know Jill, you should. Let me tell you. Hi, Jill.
Hi.
How are you?
Thank you for that lovely introduction.
Well, thank you.
That was very exciting.
Yes.
So Jill.
So thank you for having me first.
Yes, absolutely. And what we want to do is we wanted to show people that you can travel now.
Yes.
And we have a lot of things going on in the world.
Yes.
And Jill has been traveling. It's
have been.
happening. You can go and travel now if you want to. And Jill has a lot of tips that you can use right now. I think the first thing that we wanted to talk about is some tips at the airport now.
Yes. So I actually just got back from my third trip to Mexico. And prior to that, I was in Florida doing the theme parks. So I have definitely tried out several things, got to get the firsthand experience so I can share it with my clients.
That's great.
The airport, sorry, go ahead.
No, what part of Mexico? That's what I want to
All
know.
right.
So actually I've been to, it was all Cancun the last 3 times, but I've had clients in Puerto Vallarta, I've had clients in Cabo San Lucas. So most of the tourist places in Mexico are open.
Okay.
Nice.
I will say flights are a little, the options are very limited. So the flights, I've had to take some crazy flights with several layovers to get there. But in my opinion, it's worth it to
Definitely.
be able to travel again because I'm a travel addict.
I love it.
I will say that Delta is my choice airline because they're one of the few that is still doing the middle seat empty. For a while, most of the airlines were doing it. That is no longer.
Okay.
Delta's doing it, Alaska's doing it, and Hawaiian. Those
And
are
I
the
think
3.
we need to point out that if that middle seat you could take, anybody seeing us walking down the aisle thinking that we're going to take that middle seat. Whoa.
Hey,
Whoa. But
my small figure loves the middle seat. You know what
Well,
I'm saying?
as a cuddle, I would be all right with that, but that breaks the COVID.
it breaks the COVID, but
Yeah, that
we're a
breaks
nice
the
cushion
rules.
to fall asleep
Yes,
on.
we are.
So,
Absolutely.
who doesn't like to be comfortable on the plane? I mean, come
Exactly.
on.
Exactly.
So anyway, yes. Now that we're past that, the Delta is my airline of choice. I do fly Southwest a lot. All the regulations are pretty much the same through all the airlines.
Okay.
Masks are required. They do offer when you get on the plane, every airline. I just flew United, I just flew American Airlines, and I just flew Delta. All 3 had the same procedure getting on the plane,
Okay.
where when you get on, they're going to give you antibacterial hand gel or wipes or both. And you can wipe down your seat, you can wipe down the chair in front of you,
Okay.
the TV, whatever's there. They do spray the plane prior to boarding the plane. So
Okay.
when a group gets off, there is a delay in the boarding process because they're doing a whole spray down of the plane
Okay.
with some sort of cleaning agent that is antibacterial. And it doesn't have a smell or anything, but when you get on the plane, you can smell everybody using their alcohol wipes.
Oh, yeah.
So you do smell that when you get on the plane, but it is absolutely sanitary to where you don't need those wipes.
Okay.
The wipes are for our comfort.
Okay.
I like it.
Yes.
Now, so for some of these folks out there that are kind of hesitant, what do you recommend these folks that are hesitant? I mean, you've given us some great knowledge here. What do you recommend these folks do that are hesitant?
Well, obviously, if you're not ready to travel and you don't feel comfortable, I would say wait to travel.
Okay.
I mean, that would be my first. If you don't feel comfortable going on vacation, you might not enjoy your vacation. But if you're going on
Good call. I didn't
vacation,
think about that.
talk to somebody who's already traveled. Get a firsthand opinion of somebody who's been. So you can decide, does that work for you? Does it not work for you?
Okay.
I will say every place I've been, once you get there, the only part that you might feel uncomfortable or you have more people around you is the actual airports or the airplanes.
Okay.
Once you get on property, these resorts have very limited capacity. So we're talking 35% to 60% maximum. So you're really not dealing with a lot of interaction with other guests on property.
Okay, that's nice.
Yeah, and honestly, I have felt more comfortable in Mexico than I have here. There's so many less people. And yeah, and there are precautions because they are obviously following all the procedures and policies because they don't want to shut down again. These properties need us to be there. Tourism, we need to keep these resorts going, and they're going to follow every single rule to make sure that they don't get shut down again. So when you're on property, you have people reminding you, you know, if need be, which honestly I haven't had happen yet because there's so few people there, right? But they have, for example, the elevators. They'll say maximum 2 people, maximum 4 people, depending on the size of the elevator. There's antibacterial hand gel in the elevator, outside the elevator. They put stickers down to show you where to stand, and that's really the only time you might come in contact with somebody. At the pool, I actually saw them at LeBlanc in Cancun. They have this 6-foot measuring stick, and they walk around and they put it between the pool chairs. So they allow 2 pool chairs together, then they measure it.
There we go.
6 feet of space. I will say that many of the resorts are not requiring masks. When you leave the airport, in your transportation, masks are required. Every transportation requires you to wear a mask within the vehicle. When you arrive at the resort, your mask is required. Your mask is required through the check-in process. When you get to the resort, there is a mat on the floor that you actually step in that has some sort of an antibacterial solution that cleans your feet, then you dry your feet, then you walk through temperature screening and hand sanitizer, then you go to the front desk, and at the front desk you do your check-in.
That's great.
Then after you're checked in and you get to your hotel room, you can see they've done a lot of different things to show you that the room's been sanitized. For example, there's going to be a seal on the door that has to be broken in order for you to get into the room, so you can see that you're the first person entering that room after it's been cleaned.
That's fine.
Things are covered with plastic, like the remotes. They've taken out the coffee machine, so if you want a coffee machine, you ask them to bring it in so you know it's been cleaned, so you don't have to wonder.
I like that.
Yeah, the refrigerators are taped shut, so you can break that seal to know you're the first one in that refrigerator since that room's been cleaned. So lots of little things there.
Never would have thought about all those seals that make it a little bit better for the guests. I never would have thought of that.
They do a lot. They definitely make sure you feel comfortable in that space. But then once you are on property and you're officially checked in, masks are not required. You can bring them with you, carry it with you, and wear it when you feel necessary. But honestly, there's not enough people there that you really feel like you have to wear the mask. The only time I have put my mask on is if I go into a restaurant that's inside, and then once I'm seated, I take it off to eat. And then at Live Aqua, they have their buffets currently running right now. A lot of places aren't doing their buffets because they don't want you serving yourself food. So at Live Aqua, they have everything individually wrapped in the buffet. You can take that individually wrapped. If you want them to serve something to you, you have your mask on. They have their mask on. All employees have their masks on at all times. They're required. And not only do they have masks, most of them have shields as well.
Most important for Chris and I that even though it's wrapped, we can have as much as we want.
Oh, absolutely.
So
we're talking
we
all
can buffet
inclusive.
like we used to buffet.
Yes. You can still
What do you mean
buffet.
used to buffet? We still buffet like we. What
Well,
are you
let me
talking
just
about?
say that when you go to an all-inclusive resort and you're ordering off the menu, you can order the entire menu if you would like. If you find something you like, keep it coming. I had a pesto cheese dish the other night that I liked so much I had 3 of them. Don't judge me.
I love it.
Never.
It's delicious.
I love it.
So there's a lot of things happening that are keeping everybody safe, everyone social distance. In the restaurants, you're social distanced.
So, if we, Jill, want to get in contact with you, I mean, where do we do? Do we go to Instagram, Twitter, Facebook? What's the best way?
Let's do this. There it is. There's all the information on how to get a hold of Jil. We're also going to make sure that's in the comments so you can look down there. It'll have all the information on how to get a hold of Jil. What is the name of your company? Your travel agency is a brand.
So I actually have two brands because not only do I do family vacations to wherever you would like to go or couples vacations, whatever it might be, I also do Disney. I specialize in Disney. So my Disney brand is Enchanted Escapades, and my everything else brand is Holidays by Jil. So I have two.
I'm a little goofy, so
Yeah.
yes, that works out perfect.
Yes,
Disney.
and Goofy is my man. So I love
That's
you.
true.
Love me
I
some
do know
Goofy.
that. Like, you
Yeah,
Goofy is
and
your
my
guy.
Instagram is GoofyGirl14.
All right.
Everyone asks why, but if you know me, you know.
Yeah.
You know
There
why.
we go.
So I'll actually talk a few about Disney. What's going on in Florida? Because
Yes.
that's
yes,
a big
yes.
one I'm looking at doing myself, and I'll be talking to you about
Me
booking
three,
that
me
trip
three.
as
Well,
well.
let's all go together. Can we sit on the plane together so I can cuddle
Oh my gosh.
all three of us? Because if
Let's.
you're with three people, you can take up the whole row. You don't have to worry about the
So
middle
she's
seat.
like,
So I
she's
can
just
get in
gonna-
between. I can
Well,
be-
what happens if we fall asleep? You might get.
no.
I'll be all right.
Okay.
I'll be all right.
Should be good.
Yeah.
But what's happening in the parks? Like,
So yes,
that's a big part of what's happening because so Mexico might be something that might be a little bit much for someone.
yeah,
who
not
wanna
for
go
everybody.
and might not have a passport and all that.
Good point.
We can go to Florida
Yes.
and there's the parks there. Talk to me what's
Yes.
happening there.
So the parks are actually doing an excellent job, which I wish California would take note of, because maybe then we could open Disneyland.
Yes.
But they are taking all precautions. So Disney World and Universal Studios Orlando are very similar in what they're doing.
Okay.
Everything, again, social distancing. Things like plastic dividers between rides. So when you're in a ride, like let's say, oh my god, brain fart. The Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, when you're inside and you're doing the wraparound, they now have plastic dividers so that when you're on one side of the queue and someone's on the other, there's plastic between.
Because you're going around in
Yes.
a maze.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're not,
And-
and nobody's sitting on that bar because I always hate it
Yes.
when somebody's sitting in the bar when I want to sit on it and I want them to get out of my way so I pass.
Good point.
What are they thinking? Why would they be sitting on it when we want?
It's always about us.
And we're bigger than them.
So they actually not all the plastic is there. They're like the Hulk, for example, in Universal doesn't have it there, but they do have stickers on the ground, and your party stands on the sticker, and then when the line moves, you go to the next sticker. It's kind of fun. It's sticker hopping, and my kids thought that was fun. The lines do look daunting because they're long, because obviously you have the 6 feet space between parties, but it moves super fast. And again, the capacity at the parks right now, Disney World just moved up to 35%. So if you can picture doing Disney World at 35% capacity, I mean, sign me up. I'm actually going back in December because, again, addict, but
But you
it
also gotta prove
keeps
your clients.
changing.
Yeah.
It keeps changing. It's actually changing for the better. Things are getting better. For a while, we did not have any dining. Well, that's not true. We had some dining. So they've opened more dining restaurants. If you're doing quick service, you can do mobile ordering via the app, which I personally prefer anyway. It's really convenient.
Yeah.
The hotels, so we have limited hotels open. I would say maybe half the inventory at Disney World and a little bit more at Universal. But again, the hotels are booking at a limited capacity. So you have so few people there that it's nice to go and have
Oh my God.
the small crowds. But
I'm really
also,
excited already.
I know. It's so much fun. And I keep asking my clients when they come back, are you okay not having parades? Are you okay not seeing the fireworks? Are you okay with the characters? You know, you don't get to hug the characters and do the meet and greets with the characters. And they said, absolutely. It's been phenomenal. And what the characters are doing is character selfies. So you will walk up and let's say Winnie the Pooh, he's going to be standing in this little grassy knoll with a little fence, and you can stand 6 feet in front of him and take your selfie. So you're getting lots of cute selfies with the characters.
Cool.
Yeah, so they've made it work. And then they have random parade floats come by.
Okay.
So you still get a little bit of parade, but it's sporadic. It comes down Main Street. It's going to be one float with characters, singing, fun. It's quick enough that you don't have people grouping around on the streets to watch it.
Can I ask you a quick question about the selfies? One of my favorite packages when I was going to Disneyland was they have photographers around, and
Yes.
do they still have that where they'll take a picture and then you're not carrying a camera around.
Correct.
You actually collect all your stuff on an app.
That's correct. The memory maker.
Okay, yes.
And Universal does it as well.
Okay.
And it's an additional cost, and everything gets downloaded to your app,
Yep.
and
Nice.
the pictures are officially yours. So you can come home and print them, do a photo album in
That's great.
Shutterfly or.
Okay, hang on. I gotta get this out. Okay, I don't know about you guys, but when she said Disney, she had me. I was done. I was over. She said Disney. I was like, let's go now.
In Universal Orlando, okay, we have 2 parks. Their Harry Potter World and Diagon Alley are 10 times better than what you get in California. Sorry,
yes,
Hollywood,
that's
you're
what
great,
I
but
hear. That yes,
you get
yes.
to not only do Diagon Alley and Harry Potter, do a park-to-park pass.
Okay.
A park-to-park pass. You get to ride the Hogwarts Express from one park, Harry Potter World, to Diagon Alley. And it is legit, like you are
wow.
riding the train to the Hogwarts Castle. It is,
Oh my God.
It is the craziest thing. And
That
I
is
actually
awesome.
have some footage I filmed. I did it at regular speed. I rode it a couple times because it's that fun. I did it at regular speed, and I did a time lapse. So if you guys want to share that,
Absolutely.
it's
Yes.
really cool footage.
Yes.
But it's a spoiler because then you're going to see what happens when you're on the train. But it is like
But
being
if
on
it's
the train.
time lapse, they're
It
not
is
going to
like
get the full
being in a
feeling, and we
movie.
can have them
Yes.
go
It's
anywhere.
about being
That's
there.
true.
And I heard they have a buffet on the train.
You wish.
Ah, dang it.
Yeah,
I tried.
They do
I
walk
tried
by
for
with
it.
the cart, but yeah.
Oh, they got the cart, the little.
Yes, but it's not. It's all part of the
Is it like the
effect.
candy and stuff? Or
Yes, but you don't.
Oh, you can't order.
Don't be thinking you can order off of it.
So, well, that's a lot of information.
I have a lot
That
of
was
information.
unbelievable.
Now do you see why
I
she's
can
our
talk all
resident
day.
travel agent? We just talked about a couple places. She has a entire log of places that you can go now
Yes.
during these times.
Yes.
We will even really consider talking about a group trip where we can get a large group of people in Placer working with Jill, and that we can actually do something that would probably save us money, a lot
Yeah.
of fun. She could be our tour guide, whatever it needs to be to do these fun events. We
and then
want to
she
do
can
that.
fly with us, and so she can be
Yes,
comfortable
I already
in the
called
middle.
middle seat.
Okay.
So yes, we can do that. And next week I'm actually going to Hawaii. So
Hawaii,
when we talk
yeah.
next time, we can
Yeah.
go over Hawaii and
Well,
all
what
that.
island? At least we can tell them what
I'm
island.
going to Oahu.
Go to Oahu.
Yes, I have clients currently in Oahu and Maui. It's been going very well. So don't let all the scary COVID testing rules keep you from going because it's super easy.
And
And
the
I'm
best-
getting my COVID test on Tuesday, so I
Okay.
will maybe even record it.
Oh,
So you can
nice.
watch.
Yes.
Okay.
So, if you have questions, contact
Yes.
Jill. If you have any questions, you want to start talking about getting into something, or later, this is a great time to talk to you.
Yes.
Because a lot of things are going to
Yeah,
open
pick
up.
your
As they
lane.
open up, there's probably a lot of
Oh, yeah.
special deals that are going to pop up.
Oh yeah.
Because they're wanting you to come back. Great time to talk to Jill.
And
Yes.
also, you can leave some questions down below, and we'll do everything humanly possible to get the questions to Jill to
Sure.
answer you.
And I will answer them.
So thank you so much for joining us.
Thank
We will again
you.
see you next month talking about Hawaii
Yes.
and probably some other things that are
Hopefully.
happening.
Yes.
Yes.
What a
Lots of
plaster
things.
we are. Just love that you are joining us, and as we grow in here and more people come and join us, and we're adding more and more stuff. We are your local talk show.
Yes, we are.
This is what it will look like when you take it out of the oven.
Yes.
It looks amazing.
Oh, yes. I
Amazing.
cannot wait to try it.
Okay, so we all have a fork we can grab.
Thank you.
If you guys would like to dig in, it's nice and hot. There we go.
I'm just going to take a little piece. I'll take a big piece.
Alright, I like to get into that meat there.
Get it.
Ready? Here we go. Not crumbling. What do you think?
That's pretty good. Strong work, Chef B. Chef B, I got to ask. Do you think you're going to be doing more for us?
Mm-hmm.
Wait a minute. Mm-hmm. I can't. Is your mouth full? Did I get you? Come on, let's hear it. Yes, I am.
Well, while we work on Brenna's excitement for being on the cooking show,
Because I'm excited for her to come back.
we this week our show is full of information and stuff and cooking
Oh my
and
God.
Jill. I mean, all the stuff that she provided.
It just keeps getting better and better and better. I can't wait till the next guest.
Absolutely. Next week we got tons of great plans for you. Incredible guest, incredible show for next week.
Oh, yes.
But we have to make sure that we have to have you like this show.
Yes. Oh, please like it.
Please like us.
Definitely like it.
You have to subscribe. There's a subscribe button. Make sure you subscribe to our channel. Help us out. We are growing. This is so fun doing this talk show for you.
Yes. And don't forget about the notification because the bell goes.
Ding.
Yep.
And we want to make sure that you know when we've posted our next show.
Yeah. And we can't forget, Brenna, what do you think we got to do next?
Comment down below.
She's got it.
Oh, yes.
So
Thank you.
thanks again for joining us at What Up Placer. Have an amazing Thanksgiving. Our next show, a little hint, we're going to talk about Black Friday deals.
Yes, Black Friday and boo.